Sup, y'all? It's Oxynaut again. It is day 8, a day after a week. Um, yeah, we're 8 days into this. It is January 31st, 2026, 3:31 p.m. as I'm recording this. This is the last day of January. Tomorrow will be February. New month ahead. Um, as I said before, we're a long ways ahead, but I think I'm I don't know, I feel like I'm slowly improving, but I think it's because I just find myself spending more time than ever. This is the longest video I've had yet, so I have no idea how I'm gonna yap for 36 minutes. But I think we get better each day, get 1% better each day, so this is good practice. Even though I have like a bunch of plates I have to do, that's alright. I can't miss a single day, you know what I mean? So yeah. This was only supposed to be 15 minutes, but I found myself getting locked in. I was listening to J. Cole as I was doing this, so there's that. But yeah, there's just like a bunch of stuff that I have to do in terms of college and academics. It's like so many plates, man. Like I'm kind of like, it's a group project, but I'm sort of lying to my group leader that I've already made some progress. But there's not much I've done yet. But that's why we're gonna cram a little bit later. It's a Saturday. I believe we're gonna need it by tomorrow at 5 p.m. But I don't know if it's by tomorrow, because we have this thing called the progress work. We have to submit it through Canvas. Our progress to our professors, right? To our professor, I mean, not plural. But that's the thing. We have to submit our progress, and that will be graded. To show that we're making progress. And if it's like almost finished, we get a higher grade and whatnot. So there's that. I don't know if what I'm doing needs to be, progressed tomorrow, but I guess we'll figure it out. I'm just gonna try not to worry about it all too much. I have no idea when the deadline is gonna be for this whole plate, because what we're doing right now is like a whole library. It's a very big lot, and there's so many spaces, and I'm honestly kind of scared of how it's gonna turn out. Yeah, I am quite nervous about how it's gonna turn out. I'm just hoping, Lord, that hold on, why am I praying? I'm just hoping that that I get everything done in time. The thing is, during prelims, our semester. By the way, our semesters are split into 3 periods: prelims, midterms, finals. I don't know if it's the same for you guys. But yeah, during prelims, we won best group plate, and I'm with the same group leader, but the other member got swapped for another classmate. So there's that. But I'm just hoping that I'll be able to get everything done in time. That our quality of the work still remains the same, or not better. Which I'm just kind of nervous because I just don't want to go insane, or I don't really want to fail as I'm doing this whole drawing thing, this whole YouTube thing. I don't really want to get in the way as much, but at the end of the day, I'm really just kind of like doing this as an exercise, or as a way to get better drawing, or just try to try to enjoy drawing again, because I feel like my course has kind of like sucked that away from me, and it's just like it's all technicalities. It never really. I mean, it's worth it when the thing is done and you get to look on it, and you can see all the details and stuff, and it's really cool. But it's very. What's the word? It's very meticulous, and it eats up a lot of your time. I mean, with anything that involves creativity or art in general, especially if you're like a perfectionist, it takes a lot of time, man. It takes a lot of time, a lot of trial and error, and yeah, I just want to like get back into a phase of where I can just express my creativity without any restrictions or limits. What setbacks I have to use for a lot, or what thickness of a wall this is, or you know what I mean, like how many occupants will occupy this space. It's just like, I don't know, man. It's very meticulous. There are a lot of things you have to consider. You have to be a lot of things when you're an architect. You have to be a graphic designer, you have to be a psychologist, you have to be like an engineer or whatever. It's just like there's this bunch of things that goes along with it, and it's just, I mean, when I think about it, I think that's the reason why architect is held in such a high regard, the word architect, the title architect, because we're kind of the main guy in terms of creating things and whatnot. I think that's why it's held in such a high regard. But it's just I don't see. To be honest, I'm not sure if I'm still gonna pursue this as a career, but that's why I'm kind of like doing this YouTube thing on the side in hopes that maybe I'll break through. But yeah, it's just I've shown that I don't know, what am I saying? It's just I've been pretty vulnerable these past few videos. It's in a way these videos have kind of been like a diary of mine, of just expressing my thoughts and my vulnerabilities. So it's kind of nice to just yap in this way so that I could just express how I'm feeling as of the moment and whatnot. So yeah, even though probably nobody's gonna be listening to this, I think it's also, at the end of the day, I guess it's best that I do this for me, not necessarily for others. But if it just ever pops off, it pops off, and I'll be very happy. You know what I mean? So I guess we'll see what happens. All right, we're 8 minutes into this recording. I have no idea how I'm gonna stretch this to 36, but yeah. Okay, let's go back to why I'm drawing JIN KAZAMA. JIN KAZAMA, arguably the most aura farming fighting game character ever. He just looks, I don't know, he's like the Cloud Strife of fighting games, I guess. I don't know. That's how he feels like to me. It's just very, it's always aura farming. There's always a pose with him. There's always has a thing where he lays his head on his fist or whatever when he's sitting down. He just has that attitude to him. I mean, I think every Mishima or every person in the Mishima clan is kind of aura farming all the time. Yeah, that family is insane. I've been playing Tekken since I was pretty much a kid, really. First time I played Tekken was on my PSP. It was on my brother's PSP, and that broke. And then my big cousin, lended me his PS Vita. And boy, did I spend a lot of time on that Vita. You know why? Because I jailbreaked it. I learned how to jailbreak it. Your boy knows how to do that. I mean, there's a couple YouTube videos can teach you step by step on how to jailbreak your PS Vita. It's absolutely worth it. You can get free games, and even more so that you can get an SD card, and you can like those special SD modification things where you can just plug in into your PS Vita. You can have a lot more storage, and you can download more games and download more free games and whatnot. So I think it's really neat. You know, there's a lot of games in that thing, man. There's a lot of games, man. I used to play that one thing. It was like a rip off of Super Smash Bros, but it was like PlayStation characters. It had like Nathan Drake, the dude from Infamous, Bioshock, Ice Cream Guy, Clown Guy. There's also Parappa the Rappa, which is insane. And it's also pretty cool is that they all had these like individual skins and whatnot. There's also what is it? Raiden was there. I don't. It's such a random cast of characters, but you know, it's just like I kind of wish they could bring that back. You know, what I mean, that would be so cool to have like Spider-Man and Kratos just interacting. I believe Kratos was in PlayStation All Stars. So that was pretty nice. But yeah, it's just you know, Tekken 6 in particular was like the first Tekken I've played, and I played that a lot. And I was trying to like max out each character, like each rank of the character. I believe like I don't know, is it Tekken God, like the first number one rank? I'm not sure, but you know, it's just like I really love fighting games, and I don't know, it's even more fun when you're playing with fighting another person. You know what I mean? Like the fighting game community is so funny. I've seen these clips where they're just it's just so salty. It's so salty. It's so salty, but it's so funny. You know, you just see all these people from all different walks of life, like bodybuilders and nerds, like the average Joe, just uniting to do this one thing, which is to like play Tekken or Mortal Kombat. You know, it's like it's so funny, and they're so salty about it whenever they lose, or they can get so toxic or over trash talking. It's like a real fight. You know what I mean? That's evolving. It's so funny. But yeah, Jin Kazama. In a way, I kind of like wanted to. I want to like make. This is one of the few things that's in my head. You know, I might as well just tell my ideas now. I want to make like a Tekken movie, or a short film, or something animated or live action or whatever. I just want to make a Tekken movie or series of where it's sort of like a sports drama. You know what I mean? Like take Creed or Rocky. You know what I mean? And have it be grounded with Jin as the main character. I mean, they probably already did that with like the first live action, but it didn't really turn out well, I guess. But that one also dealt with Jin's relationship with his father and whatnot, but I don't know. The thing is, you know, it would be so cool. I mean, already did that with Bloodlines. I think we've already, I mean, the video game itself has already dealt so much with the Mishima family. I have no idea how it's going to translate into a movie that well. But yeah, it's just like I want it to be like kind of grounded in a way. You know, in like rural Japan or something. And it's like, I don't know. I want it to feel like those 2000s movies of where, you know, like Never Back Down and like Blood and Bone, of where like there's like so much fight choreography and it's so violent and so brutal, and it's just like I just want to I haven't seen. It's been a while since I've seen a movie that really just deals with like fighting and like hand-to-hand combat. And I've never. It's been a while since I've went to a movie theater and was like, oof, ooh, I'm watching a real fight, and I'm watching like a real boxing, fight or whatever. Like I'm watching Manny Pacquiao on the 15th round or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just like just absolutely knocking his opponent out. Like there's nothing like that anymore. Real Steel, for example, that would have been great if they had a sequel. If they made it to the franchise, it would have been pretty awesome. But they didn't, so I'm not sure if they're gonna bring that back. But I feel like it's kind of too late for that, or maybe not. I don't know. Top Gun didn't have a sequel not until like a few decades later, so and it's still pretty good. But yeah, it's just that it'd be so cool. It would be so cool for me because we see a person that's dealing with absolute. It just feels kind of alone because is like raised in a way. He's in two different worlds. His mother kind of showed him how to be more graceful or gentle, while his father kind of showed him to be, more violent because he's got Mishima blood in him. He's got the devil gene in him. So he's conflicted, like a Todoroki type of moment, or what's that? I mean, there's probably there's Loki. This is just Loki Shang-Chi. More I think about it, it's just like that's literally it. That's the whole part of the movie, guys. It's just Shang-Chi, Legend of the Ten Rings. But yeah, I don't know. It's just I want to see more brutal fight scenes, just like MMA style. You know what I mean? That'd be so sick. Especially in Tekken, it's like it's an Iron Fist tournament, and I have this variety of characters, like a freaking robot, a cyborg, somebody who like teleports, somebody who's just a boxer, a bear, a panda, I don't know, like a wrestler, like a cheetah mask. It's just a king, for example. You know what I mean? Like Tekken has such a weird cast of characters, but I think that's what makes the game so special. Really, it's just so chaotic and it can be so serious as well. It's so nice. I spent a lot of hours on Tekken, especially in the campaign mode. It was either Lars, martial law, or King. Those three are the big three for me. It's that's literally it. It's really it. But yeah, just video games in a way always kind of provided a sense of comfort. That's why that's why media in general is just kind of like is essential because you give an escape to everyday life, and it kind of begs you the question like, man, is this all there really is? And but we, as humans, as a response to that, we try to use art as a way to transcend and try to imagine things in a different manner. Like, what if things could have been different? And really dive deep into that rabbit hole. And it's really nice that we get to do that. But art is essential, it really is. It's like what Ethan Hawke said, it's like, yeah, it may not be as important as engineering or mathematics or science, but the thing about it is there are things within the human experience that we can't it's hard to navigate through. There are things that we feel like we're not understood and that we feel alone, but then art comes and you seek for it. That's when it becomes essential. Like when you lose a loved one, you break up with somebody, lost a friend, it's like you're feeling lost, you feel like you're not adequate, it's like it's one of those things where you're trying to look for the answers but you can't really find them, and so you go out and seek for art, and that's when it becomes essential. That's when it becomes important to society. we are merely human. We can't always be. We're not automat. We're not robots, man. We're not working day in and day out all the time. It's just that, you know, we feel. But I think there's a beauty in the struggle. There's a beauty in pursuing what you want. There's a beauty in failing. There's a beauty in getting your ass down and getting back up again. I think there's a beauty in that. And I guess we'll just have to see. So, it's day 8. And I guess it's time to get very vulnerable here. It's just that I've done one of these before, just like committing to something for a while, whether it be like going to the gym or whatnot. I never really committed to something. I mean, besides school, I've always kind of like been pretty diligent at school, but I never really did anything for myself. And in a way, this is my way of kind of like doing that. Trying to commit to doing something every day. It'd be nice to just do something every day. Have a piece of work done every day. Have something to look back on. That would be pretty nice. Thing is, I just always quit. I always give up. The worst thoughts always get to me. I always think, man, this is not going to go anywhere. The algorithm is not picking up. It's not picking me. I know it's kind of like, it's kind of pick me in a way. Like pick me, but it's just that I can't help but to think that. I can't help but to think, man, is this going to go anywhere? And whenever I quit, those thoughts really get to me. Like, okay, this is not gonna go anywhere. All my videos are trash. Okay, I'm working out, but I'm not getting any muscle. What's the point if I keep doing this? I'm not getting enough sleep, so I'm just gonna quit. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not okay. I didn't hit my protein intake today. I'm gonna quit for good. And it's just like these small hiccups, right? These small hiccups, and you just quit all of a sudden. Like, it's not fair to you, man. So I'm just gonna try to understand it and try to like wrap my head around that and think of like yo, there's just one day. This could be a week of where everything's going wrong, but what matters is that you got the work done, right? I think that's what matters. Even if it feels like, I just want to get out of here, I just want to get out of the gym, and whatnot. Like, I don't want to deal with this. But I think what matters overall is that you keep doing what you're supposed to do, even if you don't want to do it. But you know that it's good for you. And I think that's really crucial. And I just want to keep doing this for drawing in general, because I've already done this before, and I know it's like when you quit, you get nothing. As long as I keep going, there's a chance that this might succeed. I think that's really it. And if there's anything that you're pursuing right now, whether it be going to the gym or getting good at drawing, or trying to read better, trying to speak more better, or trying to become a better person, the best thing you can do is to not quit and to not give up, man, or woman. It's just that's the thing. You don't know what's gonna be on the other side. You know what's gonna happen when you quit. You know what you're gonna get. You're gonna get nothing. You're gonna get nothing from it. So all you can really do is just keep going, man. Or woman. That's what you can do. That's all you can really do. And what Rocky said, it's not hard. It's not about how hard you hit, man, or woman. It's not hard about you. It's not about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. You know what I mean? It's like I have so much on my plate right now. Literally, like I have so many plates to do, bro. But I'm gonna keep doing this because I believe that this is gonna go somewhere. I really hope it does. And I'm sure it will, as long as I keep going. Maybe one day, I don't know how many days it's gonna take before I start gaining traction. But one day I'm gonna get there. I will. I'm not gonna quit, no matter what. This is literally all I have. It's not that I hate my degree or anything. It's just that I can't imagine myself settling for that. I want more out of this life, and I just want to like do this for a living. That'd be nice, but I guess in a way, for now at least, I'm just gonna try not to take it too seriously. But I'm still gonna commit to this. I think that's really it. No days off. I'm not gonna miss a single day. It's like we're only a week into this. There's no excuse for me to be discouraged. We haven't even reached double digits yet. We haven't reached a month yet. It's like it's no excuse for me to stop. I have to keep going. You have to keep going, and whatever it is you're pursuing, you have to keep going. You have to keep going at it, because this is it, man. The time is just gonna keep going. I recorded. When did I record this? I started recording this 30 minutes ago. It's about to be 4 p.m. I have so much stuff to do, but I'm prioritizing this because, frankly, I just want to get this over with, and I don't want to miss a single day. I don't want to go to bed thinking, "Wow, I stopped. I missed a day." I don't want that on my conscience. All right. Let me keep going, because that's all I really have now. That's all I really have left. This is all I have. So I have to keep fighting, just like characters in Tekken, just like Jin, just like Rocky. Whatever it is, just keep fighting. There's a beauty in the fight. There's a beauty in the struggle, and just keep going, man. Or woman, I don't know why I keep saying that, but it's just that it's also best to not take things too seriously. Obviously there's things to take, to prioritize, or things that are very important and that you have to take notice of. But it's very important as well to not take it too seriously, or else your brain is gonna go overload. It's just gonna go overload with stress, hormones, and whatnot, and you're just gonna go insane. So it's best to just realize that what I'm doing now is just watering the seeds. I've already planted them. I'm planting a seed each day. I'm watering a seed each day, and in hopes that one day it'll grow into a garden, a forest, or whatever. As long as I keep tending to the fields, eventually something's gonna happen. So yeah, that's the thing. The day you planted the seed, it's not the same day you reap the fruit. You know what I mean? So as long as we keep going, that's all that really matters. But yeah, I don't know why I keep yapping about commitment and whatnot, but that's how important that is to me. Really, it's just I keep giving up on myself, and this one I really just don't want to give up on it. It's just that I really have nothing left at this point. Yeah, I know I'm being so vulnerable with it, but yeah, drawing for me, I've been drawing since I was a kid. I have videos of me drawing. I have a whole sketchbook of me just drawing every day. But then there came a day where it just completely stopped. And after that, I just never really picked up the pen and drew for fun ever again, not unless it's required by school or whatever. But even then, I wouldn't really draw. Like, I would just trace. You know what I mean? So that's bad. It's not that tracing is bad, but it's just that I want to be able to learn how to draw figures, and I want to connect my hand and my eyes together in one singular unit and be able to create things. That's in there, but that's a long way to go. You know what I mean? So there are a bunch of things I have to improve on eventually, like anatomy, shading, rendering. Like I scroll through Twitter, scroll through Instagram. I see all the beautiful and masterful pieces people put out, and there's a gap. There's a gap in between my tastes and my skills at the moment, but I'm sure that eventually I'll get there. Slowly but surely, I'll get there. As long as I don't give up, I think that's very important. Oh man, I just realized I painted the glove black instead of red. Oh no. Oh well. I mean, it's too late for that, I guess. I still have a bunch of stuff to do, but man, details matter, man. They really do. I just want to go back and fix that now. Oh my goodness. I just might though. I just might. Okay, after I finish this recording, I'm gonna go back and fix that, and then in the final video, the final clip, I'll show the finished product and Actually, no, I didn't save the file. Oh my goodness, no! I don't save my CSP files. Oh no. Let me see. Yeah, man, it's black. I drew it black, man. It's supposed to be red. That one is left hand. What am I doing? And they didn't even put the skin color on the left hand. Oh my god. But oh well. We all make mistakes. Oh my god. But I'm such I have such a... Oh my god, it's kind of bothering me a little, but oh well, we have to move on. We just get better. Try to get better each day, you know what I mean? We learn from our mistakes. Yeah, we just move on. Just come back tomorrow, see what happens. Man, that bothers me a lot. Out the way. But it is what it is. Sorry Jin, sorry Tekken, sorry to the people watching this. That's supposed to be red, so sorry. Whichever one makes, that's one thing, we all make mistakes. Sometimes we beat ourselves up for it. I don't know, I have to make everything such a motivational lesson or whatever, but oh well. I think I'm saying these things more for me rather than for you guys, but if you can take anything from this, just don't beat yourselves up too much whenever you make a mistake. We're human, we're flawed, and we can't always make things so perfect. We can only do so much. It's never really something that's absolutely perfect. I've never really seen something that's absolutely perfect. I always kind of see the flaws in things, but I can tell when something is really good and whatnot, but I just never really seen something that's perfect. But anyways, all very subjective, art is subjective, I guess. A little bit depends on the viewer, but yeah. Man, this is the longest video I've done so far. I have no idea how future videos are gonna look like. I hope I don't reach an hour long. of me just yapping. Like I can't imagine somebody tuning in and just listening to me yapping. I mean, I guess these are kind of like ideal for like I always find myself listening to podcasts when I'm doing plates. So I guess this is nice whenever somebody's like studying or doing work, just putting it into the background. And that'd be pretty cool. So yeah, if you're watching this while you're driving or I don't know, doing mathematics or whatever, doing calculus or something, I don't care. Uh, Thank you for watching. You know what I mean? Thank you for listening to this. Thank you for listening to my yaps. Uh, in a way, I'm also trying to get better, as I said before, and talking and then expressing my thoughts. Like I look back on my Spider-Man video. If you guys are wondering why I'm so quiet on like the second half, it's because my brother is like right next to my room, and he's in his room with the door open. So I don't want to make it seem like I'm just talking to nobody. So I just kind of like hid in the closet for a bit and just talk there and try to like keep my volume low for a little bit. But I just hope you guys still kind of understand what I'm saying, even though that's probably not true. You guys probably don't understand a single word I'm saying in that video, like in the second half portion, but it is what it is. But yeah, and this one, yeah, I've kind of like yapped my ass off on this one. This is the longest video I've done, man. 36 minutes. It's 4 p.m. now. I have so much to do. It's actually insane. But yeah, just keep fighting. And just like JIN KAZAMA, just like Kung Fu Panda, whatever. We may have a troubled past, but it really, what matters is that that you keep fighting and that you choose. Doesn't matter what your past is or what your history is in terms of family or whatnot. Nobody can really decide for you who you're gonna be in life. So it's only you that can decide that. How you present yourself, how you express yourself, and whatnot. So whatever battles you're going through, just keep fighting. Keep going, keep pursuing your dreams. There's no value in quitting. Just keep going. Because this is all we have left, man. We only have one life. Might as well do the things that we want to do instead of, just scrolling to TikTok or Instagram or watching YouTube, whatever, just create. Go do something, just that's all that really matters. That's all I'm trying to say. So that's about it. Day 8. See you guys tomorrow on day 9. I have no idea I'm gonna be drawing. But figure it out. Oxygen out. Thank you guys always for watching.